If your bank balance feels tighter every month, if groceries keep getting more expensive, if rent, insurance, and bills keep rising while your paycheck stays the same, this video is about you. Right now, millions of Americans are feeling the squeeze. You're doing everything right. You're working, budgeting, cutting back, yet somehow your money disappears faster than ever. It feels like you're running on a treadmill that never slows down. And here's the part most people don't realize. There's a date coming up that quietly shapes how your money moves, how policies take effect, how deadlines lock in, and how financial decisions ripple across the year. That date is January 30th. Most people treat it like just another winter day. But behind the scenes, it often acts like a financial pressure point where systems reset, deadlines expire, and new rules begin influencing real life. What happens around January 30th can affect your bills, your benefits, your taxes, your savings, and even your job security. Today, we're breaking down why this date matters more than you think and how understanding it could help you protect your future. Mini summary. Rising costs are squeezing families. Small calendar dates trigger big financial consequences. January 30th quietly shapes your year. And trust me, the most important part comes later. Wait for it. Most people react too late. The biggest financial mistakes don't happen because people are careless. They happen because people don't see the deadline coming. Every year, families miss opportunities, lose benefits, pay penalties, or make rushed decisions simply because they didn't realize certain financial windows were closing. January is not just a fresh start, it's a transition zone. Behind the scenes, many systems begin finalizing adjustments around the end of the month. Budget cycles reset, government systems finalize changes, corporate policies activate banking schedules, normalize after holidays, new pricing structures start sticking. By the time February arrives, many doors quietly close. If you wait until you feel the impact, it's already too late to adjust. Your wallet doesn't get a warning notification when a financial shift locks in. That's the real problem. People react instead of preparing. They scramble instead of planning. And that costs money, time, and peace of mind. Mini summary. Financial changes often lock in late January. Waiting means losing leverage. Preparation protects your money. But what exactly changes? And why does January 30 sit right at the center of it all? Let's break it down. Why dates control money more than you realize. Money doesn't just move because of paychecks, it moves because of calendars. Think about it. Almost every financial system in America operates on deadlines. Billing cycles, interest calculations, policy updates, payroll schedules, reporting windows, enrollment periods. Dates determine when rates apply, when benefits start, when fees activate, and when eligibility changes. January is especially powerful because it launches the entire financial rhythm of the year. By the end of January, companies finalize their first operational month, government systems stabilize after holidays, banks normalize transaction flows, insurance systems activate updated terms, budgets start locking in spending patterns. January 30th often sits at the tipping point between transition and permanence. That's why being aware of this date matters. It's not magic. It's systems aligning. When systems align, your money feels the impact. Mini summary. Calendars drive financial systems. Late January stabilizes new rules. January 30th marks a shift point. Now let's talk about how this hits you personally. How your wallet feels the change first. Your wallet is the first place financial shifts show up. You might notice a slightly higher bill, a different deposit timing, a fee you didn't expect, a price that no longer matches last year, a benefit amount that looks adjusted. These changes don't feel dramatic individually, but together they reshape your monthly cash flow. One small increase here, another adjustment there. Suddenly your budget feels tighter without a clear reason. That's because late January is when systems stop transitioning and start enforcing. Your expenses don't wait for you to catch up emotionally. If you don't adjust your planning early, you absorb the impact passively, and that's when stress builds. Mini summary. Small changes stack up quickly. Late January locks financial patterns. Your budget feels it first, but your wallet isn't the only area affected. Banking, payments, and cash flow shifts. How your money moves matters just as much as how much you earn. Banks operate on settlement cycles, processing windows, and monthly resets. January often creates unusual timing shifts due to holidays and system resets. By the end of the month, processing times stabilize. Auto payments normalize account calculations, finalize interest schedules, align transaction backlogs clear. That means late January becomes the point where your normal money rhythm returns, sometimes with changes. If you're not watching closely, you might miss a timing shift, overdraft unintentionally, miscalculate cash flow, forget updated auto pay amounts. Cash flow mistakes cost real money in fees and stress. Mini summary: banking systems stabilize late January. Timing changes can impact balances, awareness protects your cash flow. But banking is just one piece: bills, subscriptions, and price adjustments. Your monthly bills don't negotiate, they execute. Many companies roll out pricing updates at the start of the year. Promotions expire, discounts disappear, introductory rates end. By late January, new prices become permanent. Old discounts vanish. Annual adjustments settle. Billing systems enforce updated rates. You may suddenly notice a streaming bill jumping, insurance creeping higher, utilities adjusting membership fees, renewing. These aren't random, they're calendar driven. If you review your bills before the end of January, you still have leverage to cancel, renegotiate, or downgrade. Mini summary: price changes activate late January. Reviewing early saves money. Passive billing drains wallets, but there's more. Tax planning and financial positioning. Taxes aren't just about April, they're about positioning early. Late January is when people finally receive full visibility into their previous year's financial picture. This allows budget corrections, savings planning, debt adjustments, withholding evaluations. If you delay, you lose optimization time, you risk surprises later, you miss early planning opportunities. The earlier you adjust, the more control you have over your money. Mini summary: financial clarity improves late January. Early planning reduces stress. Proactive beats reactive. But now comes the part most people don't expect: the psychological reset. Most people ignore. January isn't just financial, it's psychological. By late January, motivation dips, reality replaces optimism. Budgets face real stress tests. Habits either stick or collapse. This is where most resolutions fail, not because people are lazy, but because systems finally push back. January 30th becomes the moment truth hits your goals. If you don't recalibrate now, the year starts drifting off track. Mini summary: motivation fades late January. Habits get tested. Adjustments determine success. And now, here comes the twist. Why this date compounds power. Here's what most people miss. January 30th doesn't just affect one thing, it affects everything at once. When banking stabilizes, when bills finalize, when pricing locks in, when habits solidify, when budgets meet reality, they all converge. That convergence creates momentum, positive or negative. Momentum compounds faster than money. If you make smart adjustments before this point, you ride upward momentum. If you ignore it, small problems snowball into financial stress. Mini summary: multiple systems converge. Momentum accelerates, early action multiplies benefits. This is why January 30th quietly holds so much power. What smart viewers should do right now. You don't need perfection, you need awareness. Action steps: review bank statements, audit subscriptions, check upcoming bills, rebuild monthly budget, adjust savings goals, monitor cash flow. Small adjustments today prevent big problems later. Your future self will thank you for paying attention now. Mini summary: review finances, make small adjustments, protect momentum. But let's go deeper. How this protects your family. Long term. Financial stability isn't about luck, it's about timing. When you control timing, you avoid panic decisions, you reduce debt stress, you maintain flexibility, you create breathing room. That stability affects your family's peace of mind, health, and opportunity. Mini summary: timing creates security, stability improves quality of life, and that leads to the bigger picture. How small moves create big wins. A $20 correction today can save $200 later. Compounding works both ways: growth or leakage. Smart timing prevents silent leaks. Mini summary: small actions compound. Prevention beats repair. But we're not done yet. Why most people still miss this window. Distraction is expensive. News cycles, stress, routines, they pull attention away from financial awareness. That's why education matters. Mini summary: awareness creates advantage. Attention protects wealth, which brings us to you. You have more control than you think. Your money responds to your decisions, even small ones. Awareness turns chaos into strategy. Mini summary: control starts with attention, confidence grows with clarity. Now for the final message. January 30th isn't just a date, it's a checkpoint for your future. You can ignore it, or you can use it. Your wallet, your family, your peace of mind depend on the choices you make right now. Stay informed, stay proactive, stay empowered. If this helped you understand your money better, hit like. Subscribe for real-world financial updates that actually affect your life. Turn notifications on so you never miss what could protect your future. Because the smartest investment you'll ever make is staying informed.